I've been playing a lot of the new Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS, and I gotta say, so far, this is my favorite part. He played the sing song. He played the sing song. I like that. I like that. Playing the game got me thinking about ghosts, which got me thinking about secret ghosts. You know, hidden ghosts in video games that you're not supposed to find, aka not your stereotypical ghost enemies. And that got me thinking about doing a top 10 list about secret ghosts in video games. And there you have it.
Top 10 secret ghosts in video games.
The Sims. I'm putting this one at number 10 mostly because everyone knows about it by this point. It's not even really a secret, especially with one of the 83 new expansion packs for The Sims 3 being all about supernatural stuff. But back in the day, this was really cool. I'll always remember playing God with the original game, killing off Sims in the cruelest ways I could think of, because that's apparently the kind of thing I was into when I was 10 years old. And then all of a sudden, one of them reappeared as a ghost. I'd be lying if I said I didn't do a double take wondering if my eyes were playing tricks on me. It was pretty spooky at the time. Now, I've talked about this before in the first To Kill an Avatar video, but that was nearly 2 years ago, so screw it, I'm just gonna pretend like it's new material. One of my favorite things to do in The Sims is create a Dampy the Gravekeeper sim. Let's see here, and close enough. And then make him kill everyone, because you can't keep a grave if you don't have one yet. After doing this for a while, you'll eventually see some of the ghosts of the people you killed, so I hope you're ready for a lifetime of gravekeeping and ghostly torment. There's a lot of things to do in Far Cry 3 after you beat the main missions, like jump shotgun hunting. Most people discredit the jump shotgun technique because it's dangerous and incredibly ineffective, but I stand by it because I root for the underdog. Why not save a caged kitty from some pirates? I'll set him loose and it'll be just like that Life of Pi movie I never saw. Yep, I think we're gonna be friends for life. Or you can just drive around recklessly. Wait! Don't worry, I'm okay, I'm gonna be fine. Uh-oh. I'm not okay! But perhaps there's something else we can do, like ghost hunt. And no, I'm not talking about the rumored ghost that everyone talks about. I personally investigated this rumor, and I give it my official haunting score of that ain't true. To see the real Far Cry 3 ghost, you've got to do the side quest Pinned to Earth, where you find an odd lady in a small town who's really upset about a plane that crashed last night. So you fly over to the crash site and find some pretty old plane wreckage and a guy who says the plane crashed 10 years ago and that there is no old woman who lives in the town. You go back and she's nowhere to be seen. So what does this mean? Ghost. Ghost. Pretty scary, but you know what's even scarier? The sharks. There's a freaking shark. There's a shark. He's over there. Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh God! Up next is the ghost that's not so much spooky as he is depressing. In Harvest Moon Animal Parade, if you go to the very disorganized graveyard, you'll find a stone marked Tom's Grave. If you go to the graveyard after 9 p.m., after having rung the purple bell, you'll trigger a cutscene where Tom appears floating above his grave and sobbing. Probably my favorite part about this ghost is just the way he looks. He's got that whole Charlie Brown lazy sheet over your head Halloween costume thing going on. Boo, I'm a ghost. Give me some candy, you dingus. Tom's story is pretty sad. It's also kind of long, so I'll try to make this quick. So it turns out that just before he died in a very vague accident, he got into a fight with his girlfriend Anna. They had a music box that was very special. Anna broke it on accident and he got mad at her. He desperately wants to apologize, but obviously being dead, he can't do that. If you go into the shop at Horn Ranch, they've just found a music box that belonged to Hannah's grandmother, whose name was, conveniently enough for the subplot, Anna. Unfortunately, she died before Renee was born and thus has been dead for several decades. They give you the music box for seemingly no reason, and you take it to Tom, who's then touched by the fact that Anna kept the music box and assumes that this means that she still loved him. After many years of crying, Tom is finally able to transcend into the ghostly void where he and Anna start making ghost babies. The end. You may not like Call of Duty, heck, I don't usually like typical FPS games that much either, but one thing you gotta admit is that they have exceptional Easter eggs, like an old lady with a machine gun. Oh wait, that's fake. Well, there's always the giant chicken. Wait, that's fake too, isn't it? Okay, well they have real Easter eggs and some of them are even real. real Easter eggs, okay? They even have some cool Easter eggs involving ghosts, my personal favorite being in Call of Duty Finest Hour in the sewer level. There's a door in the level that you can't open, but if you throw a grenade at it just right, it should burst open and you can go through. You'll find some floating candles, weird paintings, a giant rat in a cage, and a small tank moving around, all with incredibly creepy music playing. Most likely at this point, you're thinking exactly what Corporal Church eloquently says.
This is easily the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
But that's where you'd be wrong, because there's still one more thing to see. Walk up to the crib and all of a sudden, a wild, creepy ghost boy appears. And eventually he stands up and walks off. But let us not forget what is really important in this moment of fear and confusion. The bear is adorable. At number 6, I have a ghost that could be considered not a secret by some, but I looked up the word secret in the dictionary, and one of the many definitions I found was containing information whose unauthorized disclosure could endanger national security. So, based on the given criteria, I think it works. Just look at you there, running around in Animal Crossing thinking that everything is just peachy keen. It's okay to run around in Animal Crossing, it's a happy game. Nothing could go wrong. Wrong! Deep in the deepest depths of Animal Crossing city folk, there lies a ghost. A ghost made of pure evil. Wisp. Once you manage to find him on a random night after 12 a.m., he'll ask you to retrieve his missing lamp that's scattered randomly across the map. You give it back to him, and then he meets you in the attic where he gives you one of 3 rewards. I asked him to pull all my weeds because, well, let's be real here, I got lots of weeds. So everything's great now, except for the fact that he didn't pick any weeds. You see, I told you he was evil. The next game was actually one of my initial inspirations to do this list, Chivalry. While playing on Hillside, my buddy Space Gerbil told me that he'd seen a ghost on this map. At first I thought he was pulling my leg, and he was. There's no ghost. Next. Oh wait, what do you know? Space Hamtaro was telling the truth. I guess I should release him from that alternate dimension I threw him in. You know, if I get around to it. Just across from the Agatha spawning point, there's a graveyard. If you're lucky, a ghost identified as the Spectral Echo will spawn and begin attacking you. And if you go further into the ocean, absolutely nothing happens and you die. So don't do it. You can theoretically kill him, but it's certainly not easy. It's also not easy to find him, seeing as either his spawn rate is really low or I was just doing something wrong. I'm honestly not sure. I tried taunting him into showing up on an empty server, and apparently a couple people joined without me noticing. But if they think I'm going down without a fight, they're really ignorant of my personality traits, I guess. The sky. The sky. It's so beautiful. Eh, whatever, I'm back in action and it's time for some revenge. The sky! And there goes my head. Super Mario 3D Land, yeah! I'm at the very end of level 4-4. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. 12 hours later. Ghost. Right there. Ghost. Seeing as how this list is about secret ghosts, some of them weren't too easy to find, but the one I had the most trouble finding was the Headless Horseman ghost in Skyrim. I looked for a long time. Sometimes I thought I saw him, but it turns out I was just going crazy. Is that him? Nope, just a post. Is that him? Nope, just some living, breathing skeletons attacking me with weapons. MBD. Is that him? Nope. Just an absolutely nothing. In fact, I got so bored looking for him that I decided to stream it and have some of you guys share the pain with me. But it was all worth the effort once I finally did find him.
Holy crap! Yes! I'm so excited.
It may have taken a long time to find him, but at least I had some adventures and met some new and interesting people along the way. Like this guy.
That's what you want, huh?
Well, no. I do not want to get murdered on the street in the middle of the night with absolutely no provocation, believe it or not. I will kill you now. Personally, I find the Headless Horseman to be really cool. Not only is it a reference to a pre-existing horror story, just the fact that Skyrim is so huge and your chances of running into him in such a large world are pretty low. I was nearly stunned when I found him, and I was trying to. Just imagine finding him without knowing what he was. But sadly, he doesn't really do much, or I probably would have put him even higher on the list. He runs to Hamvir's Rest, and then he just disappears. Or does he? Yeah, he actually does. I'll be honest, I haven't played much of the Metal Gear series, seeing as how I grew up mostly with Nintendo stuff, but if there's one thing that I can say about Metal Gear, it's that it has some awesome theme songs. They make me want to do secret agent-y stuff. It also has some pretty awesome Easter eggs, in particular the ghost pictures, my personal favorites being from Metal Gear Solid 4. Once you get the totally not disturbing looking Sorrow doll, you can take pictures of ghosts in various places in Act 4. Some are Foxhound members and some are actually members of the development team, which is pretty cool. I especially like how the ghost images seem to have some movement which makes them extra creepy. My only beef is that these ghosts seem so serious looking. Personally, if I was gonna put a ghost version of myself in a game as an Easter egg, I think I'd make it look something like this.
Hi.
I'm used to seeing death in my line of work, but what I'm not used to seeing is the undead. I'm a hitman, and this is my story. I saw a ghost one time.
That's pretty much the gist of my story, actually. Hitman is a game with super realistic physics. It's a game that I'm really good at. Just trust me on this one. But more specifically, I'm talking about Hitman Contracts, a game that has one of the creepiest ghost scenes I've ever seen in a video game, and that's why it's on this top 10 list. At number 1. Get it? In the mission Traditions of the Trade, once you show the guards your ID card, you'll be allowed into the hotel. Go through the double doors on the right, then pick the lock on the next set of double doors, and then go through another pair of double doors to the left. You'll then find yourself in a really dark and creepy hallway with the windows open. Looks pretty spooky. But if you do the same thing, moving as fast as you can, you should be able to spot a ghost before he dashes through the wall and into a room. Continue even further, and you'll find a guard that you have to, show your ID card to, and then enter the room he's guarding. Well, you'll find a murder scene, which wouldn't be out of place in this game if it weren't for the fact that it wasn't me this time, believe it or not. Even spookier is that if you look in the window in that or any other room in the hallway, you'll see the ghost again, just hovering behind you, occasionally disappearing, and if you shoot the wall where he stands, blood will splatter. You can even kill the ghost with the fiber wire if you run into the room quickly enough. I'm not sure if it's intentional or if it's just a glitch, but you can do it. But while attempting this, something scared me way more than the ghost ever did. Holy mother of balls! And then my game crashed. The end. Want to stay updated on future videos? Well, then click that little subscribe button down there, because that's what it's for. And on top of that, you can follow me on my Facebook and Twitter pages in the description below. Are you naked? Buy a shirt, they're new. Links in the description. Bye-bye. Not really. I'm still here. Want to see the full-length Headless Horseman fine thingy? Well, I uploaded it for some reason. You can watch it right here on my gameplay channel, PVG Gameplay. Also on PVG Gameplay, you can watch the full shark video thingy I did one time. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can do it.
Just kidding, you want to.
Or you can check out some of my other videos on this channel. Whatever floats your boat. Subscribe or something. Like the like buttons. I don't know. I'm gonna go nap.